Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone? Hope you're well. Just get those lights out of the way from here. Hope you're doing very well. We've got some other guests coming on the channel, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the player ratings. Man City 5, Norwich 0. Let's see who is on. We have got, is he on? Hey.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Chris, how are you? Hope
I'm all
you're
right,
well, mate.
you. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, buddy. I'm just going to put up because I've just done this. Oh, sorry, I've just done this very quickly. But I'm going to put up Man City 5, Norwich 0. Good win. David's last game. Terrible. I was all right today, actually.
You did well, mate. You did well.
I did. Yes, I sort of had a little time to myself, and it was one of those. Yeah, it's going to be a quick one today. Just see. I'll remove this out the way here. Put up. We've got. We've got another one in the house. Carl, are you there?
I'm here, Andy. Good afternoon or good evening.
There.
Hey, mate.
Okay. This is a player rating video. We've got. Just move my camera over there. We've got Chris on. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, thank you, Andy. Good day today.
Carl, how are you, mate? You okay?
I am very well. Very happy today. Good.
Very good. Well, it's 5-0, David Silva's last ever game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the player ratings. So we might get Tom on. Tom has just, hold on a minute, he's just messaged me. Did say yes. Hold on a minute. Just replying to him. So he might come on in a minute. So I might just give it a minute. Before we go into the player ratings overall, what were your thoughts on the game, Chris?
Yeah, a very good display from City, really. Defensively, maybe there was a couple of errors in there, but we're getting used to them. I thought maybe in the first half we might have been a little bit trying to be a little bit too intricate and a little, could have been a bit more direct. But, you can't win you at a 5-0. I thought it was a good team performance.
Yeah, it was. Well, obviously, it's David's game today. It's all about, it was supposed to have been all about David. Hence why David's game. What were your thoughts on David Silva today, Carl? Last Premier League game, let's say. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought he was okay. I thought he was good. Just reminds us of how good he is, how good he's been over 10 years, being consistent week on week, year on year. No fuss, no fumble, just playing the game at his own speed and his own time. He was really, really great today. And it was a good way to cap it off with a 5-0 win against Norwich in the Premier League. And he got a lot of kudos too on the NBC's network today. They gave him about 10 minutes of time. Yeah, he did. They did a special on him. So that was good to see.
I missed all the. I was in the middle of I was cooking a gammon, and then I was doing the live watch along, and then family came home, and then it was like, I was going to do a player rating earlier, and then it all got a bit busy and things like that, and then I was dealing with other stuff. That's hence why the player ratings is a little bit later than I thought it was going to be. Who else is on? Let's see. We've got Dominus Earth is on. Hello, how are you, mate? I've not spoke to you for a while. Where have you been? Sean Foggett is on. How are you, mate? We've got Eunice DZ. Hello. We've got Miro Stenruse. Cancelo gets an 8. He's great in the left side. Lankow's on. Hello, everyone. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Yeah, so David's last game. Now, I missed, because came in before kickoff. So you guys are going to have to tell me what happened. Did he get a walk-on applause? Did he get a guard of honor? Did he get anything? I've not seen anything. I've recorded everything. So after this player ratings video, I'm going to sit down and watch because my family were watching it while I was putting out post-match fan cams, and they were saying, "Oh, did you see the interviews?" And I went, "No, I've not seen anything." So after this, I'm going to sit down and watch the post-match stuff. But I didn't see the pre-match stuff. Did he get a guard of honor, a clap on? Did he get anything, Chris?
Well, Andy, I put the telly on as they were just kicking off because I was dropping in the mother-in-law back home. I made it just in time for kickoff, so I didn't see it either, mate. But I've not seen anything to suggest there was a guard of honor.
No, Carl, did he?
Nothing from our end. We had the games, all the games on all 10 channels of NBC, and I started the game, didn't see anything at all. No guard of honor, no clapping, nothing.
No.
I don't think it would be very David Silva to do that anyway.
Yeah, you're right, Chris.
Right.
He's quiet, he's just. I mean,
humble guy.
Talent. I mean, he just comes in, does his job, and no drama, no mama, no drama. Just takes it easy and just gets it done. No fuss, no fumble. Just that's what you want in a player, right?
Yeah.
No special drama.
And it's surprising. I mean, before we go into the player ratings, it's interesting that probably towards last season or towards the end of the season, or even at the beginning of this season, we had City fans going, "Yeah, it's his last season." Yeah, he's. You can see he's really, he's everything's waning, and yet since we come back in lockdown, he's been absolutely superb. And we know he wants to go. We know he said he's going. We know Pep said he's adamant he's going. But Chris, I'm going to ask you the question again. I can't remember what your answer was before. But if you could get one more year out of him, would you take it?
I said before that I agree with David that he should go. If that's what he wants to do, he should go. And if he was to stay an extra year, Andy, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. But I'd like Phil Foden to get more game time. And that's the reasoning. And I same as you, Andy, love David Silva. What a player!
Even if he came he knew he was going to be a rotational player in the League Cup, FA Cup, and maybe the sub appearances. Would you take him then if Foden was guaranteed to be the starter?
Like I said, I would have no bother with him staying. If he turned around and signed another year, I'll be happy, mate. I really would. But for Phil Foden's development, I think it's not a bad thing that he's moving on. And I think at the start of this before lockdown, there was a decline in David's really high standards.
Yeah, I agree. But post lockdown, we've seen what a 3 months rest has done. I mean, his legs have been. He was all over the pitch again today. I mean, we've seen him have, let's say, 2 possibly man of the match performances since lockdown. Carl, would you take him for one more year, or do you think his time is up? And we know that he wants to go, and we know he's gonna go. Would you take him?
So remember Yaya Touré's final season with us, where he was still here, but he came off the bench more often than not for the last 15, 20 minutes of the game, maybe the EFL Cup or the FA Cup. People coming. I would think it would help the kids, especially to have him around the team, just for that leadership, that mentoring, that motivation. I think it'd be great to have him do one more year, and who knows, maybe he can do his badges with Pep. So it'd be great to have him around. But I think wherever he goes, if he goes to Italy, he probably has 3 or 4 more years left, frankly, because of the pace of the game in Italy. But if he stays, it'd be great. But I wish him all the best, man. I wish him all the best. Always go out on the high, and I think he's certainly achieved that. Yeah,
well, talk about stooges. Well, Martin's the comment in. He says the Three Stooges. I can't believe it. Well, who's Curly, Larry, and Mo? Well, I don't know what we're going to call Martin. The red one. Let's just. So Lankow, I'm good. Hope everyone is well. Yes. Don't think he got anything pre-match. No, I don't think so. I'm going to watch it. I will watch it back. Do you think we can win the Champions League? Dominus Earth says. Before we go, we'll do the player ratings towards the end of the video.
Yeah.
Just we'll answer some of the questions from the viewers on. Chris, do you think we can win the Champions League? Says Dominus Earth.
We've got the talent to do it, Andy, but I think our defensive frailties are what might let us down. We certainly got enough up front, but I'm worried about our defence.
Yeah. Carl?
I think we can. I think we have a good chance as anybody. It's 4 games. 4 games or 4.5. You just never know. I think we can. I think the issue for us is, with Pep Guardiola, is getting to the final. If we get to the final, we win it. The issue is getting to the final, get to the semifinals, where Pep Guardiola often has an issue. Bayern Munich, FC Barcelona against Chelsea. It's always that semifinal. Even the FA Cup semifinals, where he has had issues. You get to the final. I remember a quote that he once said. He said, told the players, "You get me to the final, I'll win you the Champions League." That was in the 2013 final. If we get to the final, we win. It's getting to the final is the issue.
Let's remember first, the question from Dominus Earth is, can we win it? Well, first, we've got to get through Real Madrid,
Right.
which is going to be difficult. But the one thing for me is that we have, if we get through Madrid, we're going to go to Lisbon and we're going to play 1 game. We're not going to have these double headers. And I think if you look back over the past, we've done well in the first games, and then it's those return legs and things that we haven't done so well in. All right, forget the Tottenham one. But Chris, what are your thoughts on, I don't know, us getting through, potentially getting through in that?
Well, I think we're in a good position to go through past Madrid because we've got that advantage. I think Madrid are going to have to come and attack us, and I think because of that, they'll play a game that will suit us. Beyond that, Andy, like I say, I just feel that our defence is too weak. But the thing with City is, if they can get an early goal, they can destroy anybody.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We've seen it, haven't we? We've seen it against a lot of teams. Get 1, suddenly we can be 2-0 up. Carl, do you think if we get through the Madrid game, do you think that one-legged affair might suit us on the route?
I think you have to look at the opposition. So let's say we get through the Real Madrid, then we have either Lyon or Juve next. On a day-to-day basis, man for man, I think we beat Juventus or Lyon, frankly, on a good day. I don't think Juventus has the pace or the system or the pace to stop Sterling or Mahrez or Jesus or whoever it is, or Aguero. So on a good day, I think we get through. Now the question now becomes: let's say we get to the semifinal, for example, and it's Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Then that's where you get a 50-50 chance. If it's against Bayern Munich, you could go either way because they have very quick wingers, they have quick fullbacks. Barcelona a little slower, but they have Messi. Then it becomes a toss of a coin. But if we get through Real Madrid, and remember, we're 1 up, we're a goal up, so we're a goal up, and so we should take the advantage. I think we can take the next round, either Lyon or Juventus. I think we can. Semi-final will be a tough one.
Well, certainly. You look at the way Madrid have come back after this COVID. They've won La Liga, and they look quite strong.
But Andy, the thing is about Madrid is they've always, even before COVID, before our game, they had a really good run. Right? Yeah. So this excuse we hear from, it's been propagated about Madrid have this fantastic run. I watched their games. They score goals, but they're not really dynamic. They concede a lot of goals. So for me, I just think that this game ahead, we have one goal ahead. It's not 1-1. We're not one down. We're one goal ahead. And when City are ahead by a goal, it plays to our advantage. Madrid has to score 2 goals with no reply just to keep it even.
Yeah.
So, if I was a betting man, I would put money on Man City getting through. A difficult time, I would put money on them.
We've got another comment coming in here from Sachin Dev Prasad, and he says Bayern will win the Champions League, in my opinion. I must admit, on one of the Friday night socials, one of the questions, I think from Ryan, asked us all who we thought, and this was months ago, who we thought would win the Champions League, and Bayern were I said Bayern would probably win it, and I did say, I think it was, I said City. I think I said City Bayern final or something. I don't know whether that can happen, but I don't know. Bayern looks strong. It's one of those. I mean, listen. You look at last year's final, Spurs and Liverpool.
The worst final ever, right?
It was the most boring final you'll ever watch. But 2 teams who neither won the league. Spurs getting all the way through, beating us, and getting to the final. So anything can happen in a final. It really can. Hamza D says, yes, if Aguero comes back almost 100%. Now, the rumours are that Pep's almost intimating that everybody could be fit for the Champions League game against Madrid, with the exception of Mendy being out because he's going to be suspended.
Right.
Chris, do you think...
I thought I'd read tonight. I thought I'd read somewhere tonight said that Aguero was out.
Has something come out? I don't know. I've like I said, I've been putting out post-match fan cam, so I've not read anything this evening.
I just read something on Twitter that Pep had said that Aguero won't be ready for Madrid.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of maybe? Am I being hopeful? Is that a little bit of?
You never know.
Real Madrid. Who knows? It'd be great if he's back, wouldn't it, Carl?
Yeah, it's good to have him. I mean, the reality is, even if he's back, he's going to be up to game speed, right? That's the issue. And so, do you have one less decision to make? And then you focus on who you have on the ground. But it's good to have him on the bench and ready in case we need him for that.
Yeah.
In case something
goes. Can you just move your camera around just a touch for me, mate? No, the other way. That's it. Brilliant. There's new to there. I'm getting out of your face. Such a lovely face. We want to see it on the channel. Would you take him, Chris? If would you take him for 45 minutes against Madrid over Gabi Jesus? Would you?
What, to start?
To start against, I mean, let's say going all in against Real Madrid, because let's face it, we have got to get through this. Real Madrid, I mean, we're only 1 goal up, and
away goal though. Away goal.
Talking about winning the Champions League, we've got to get through the Madrid game. It's going to be a difficult game, and if he was 80%, 85% fit for 45 minutes, 60 minutes, would you risk him, or would you go, no, we'll leave him and we'll just have to hope on Gabi?
Well, Gabi had a great game against Madrid at their place.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I think he plays really well in the Champions League, to be fair to him. No, I wouldn't. I don't want Serge at 80%. If he's 100%, then yeah, but not at 80, 85.
And is it possible that Pep may play a 3-5-2?
Could do. Yeah, he could easily do.
Gabi and the Sergio as a front two.
Like I said, I've been that busy lately. Is Ramos out of?
I believe so.
Out into the return leg.
Yeah, red card. Yeah.
So maybe that gives us a bit of a squeak with Gabi up front. So he might go for a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
And maybe Gabi can put in a match-winning performance, because let's face it, he has had games where we've wrote him off and we've been worrying about him in front of net, and then he pulls one out of the bag and has an absolute blanket. So maybe you're right. Maybe Gabi would be perfect. Kiam's on. Hi, fellas. Good win today, but the defence is still so shaky. Champions League is pot luck, but I fear for us. That's no surprise, is it? He's always worried about our defence, and Yeah, he always has. I think it's typical City, isn't it? With Kiam. Defense. Talking about defense today. A couple of comments I saw when I was doing the live watch along. People were not too happy about certain things of Laporte. I think the one where Pukki went through, I thought it was. I didn't see a replay, but I thought it was Garcia's fault. And to be fair, it looked like Laporte was treading in water, in treacle, when he was trying to run back. What were your thoughts on our defence today, Chris?
Yeah, I think the two fullbacks had decent games going forward and didn't do too much in defence too badly. I think Aymeric had an all right match.
Yeah.
Garcia, for me, these are good minutes for him to be getting in. So I'm not too disappointed that he's playing, but I wouldn't be starting him against Real Madrid.
Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think he's a great, technically gifted young kid. He is young. We have to remember that. I'm not so sure about him. I'm really not. From what I've seen, when we've seen glimpses of Taylor Howard-Bellis, for me, I think Taylor Howard-Bellis is a better defender. Whether it's as good on the ball going forward as Garcia, I'm not so sure. But there's just something about Garcia. He's got no pace for me, and that worries me because Laporte isn't the quickest.
Yeah,
and Garcia, you've not got much pace. And let's face it, Benzema's had a bloody good season so far. If we're talking about the Champions League, and that worries me to death. It really does, especially when you see the likes of Pukki absolutely blitzing away from both Garcia and from Laporte today. So, Carl, what are your thoughts on those, sort of the centre-backs, our defence? That was the question really about from Kia.
I had a note that I wrote down. I don't think Garcia is ready for Champions League games in terms of the last stage of the competition, if you ask me, frankly. I think it's a talented kid, but I don't know if we're ready to use him in that vein. I would prefer a Fernandinho, who's not quick, but he's probably a little more experienced, or even a Stones with Laporte, frankly. But I don't think. But I will say this though: how quick is Kyle Walker? No, really,
phenomenal.
I mean,
absolutely phenomenal.
I sent him a tweet afterwards. I said, "Dude, how fast are you, man?" Because there was a play. The ball was in front of the Norwich player.
Yeah.
Walker was about 5 yards behind.
Yeah. He
ran, overtook the player, and still got the ball.
Yeah.
Now, if Walker could play centre back, then we're straight. Then we have cover for Laporte in the middle. So that's why I'm leaning towards a back three. I really think that he may play a back three and offer the protection to the defense.
It's rare. It is rare for Pep to play that. He has played it, but it is rare for him to play that because you're losing out in one sense, but you're winning in another. And it depends. If he goes in with a 3, I'm saying he's defending a 1-0 lead. If he goes with a 4, he's trying to get the second goal and kill the game off. And that's the buy-off, I'm guessing. And that's what Pep gets paid nearly £20 million a year for. So
Cancelo was good again today.
Yeah, I thought Cancelo did well. My only thing is that his crossing is still abysmal.
Yeah. I think that's right, Andy. I think he's not left-footed, so asking him to do that, is a hard task. But he had a good game. And Kyle Walker, Blue Arts just put it in the comments. He is like Roadrunner. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I missed that one. I might have to have a look for that one. Where is it? Is somebody just? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Kyle Walker is a human roadrunner. He is phenomenal. His pace is absolutely immense. But I thought he was very good going forward. It was Norwich. Apart from the counter attacks, they didn't offer us a great deal. But I thought the way that his 1-2s and things playing around the edge of the box, I thought he was very good today. Several times he got in behind the back of him. Cancelo, I thought, was very good technically with the ball, apart from his crossing, which was garbage. But I thought he was very good technically around 1-2s and things like that. The only problem with him is because he's playing on the left and he's right-footed, he was struggling to go past players. We saw the one where he tried to hit it with the outside of his foot because he's got no left foot. But Carl Blundell just said, "You think he's crossing his bad? Imagine having Sidimi."
Poor old Cal. And Leighton Baines has retired today.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, an absolute brilliant servant to the Premier League and to Everton. Absolute model pro. And good luck. Is he retired for good, or is he retired from Everton? So. Is it? He's been a model pro. But this isn't Everton fan TV, so I'll have to. I'll go back and see if there's any other comments. Mark Stevenson said, "Remember, no Ramos." Yeah, we mentioned that before. Evan Stevenson, which centre backs and left back would you like for us to sign this transfer window? As Mendy doesn't look very strong, and we need strengthening at the back to really replace Vinny. Okay, well. It looks like, I mean, I'll tell you now, it looks like City have stumped up the 70 million euros for Koulibaly. That's what the rumours are coming through for. Well, the latest news, and like I said, they're rumours. There's nothing concrete from Manchester City. But it looks like City have said, we'll give you 70 million euros. Now, don't be surprised if De Laurentiis comes back and says we want 78. We know that's the game that they play. We know that's going to happen. So City fans, don't be disappointed if in the morning they're saying, "Oh, there's still 8 million euros off," and all this comes out. But the rumours, and these are just rumours, City have offered the 70 million euros for him. They could come back tomorrow and say, "Oh, we want 85." If you're going to pay 70, we want 85. That's the way Napoli play, and that's just the way it is. So, but the good thing is, I think City will get it over the line, and I think they'll probably, with the wages that they're going to offer Koulibaly, with the contract and everything else, I think with some add-ons, I think it'll make Koulibaly push for the move, in my opinion. So it might not be tomorrow; it might be another few days before we see it. But he also asked about a centre back and a left back, because he was saying about Mendy. So, Chris, let's imagine if we don't get Koulibaly, who else would you go for as a centre back and a left back? Remember, there is still the rumour that we're still in for Nathan Ake as a second centre back, as a cover.
I think we do need two centre backs. I think Ake would be a good option because he can also fill in at left back. I don't want him being our permanent left back. Love to have the Alaba from Bayern on the left hand side.
I mean, for me, that would be for me, and I'll be honest with you, for me, it'd be a 10 times better signing than Koulibaly for me, because he can
play across the back, can't he? So he's his utility across the back. So he'd be a great signing.
But for me, I'd take Alaba every single day over Koulibaly for the money. I really would, but I don't think Alaba will come to City. I really don't. But I think it'd be a massive shame.
Yeah. Is it Carl who mentioned Ryan Bertrand before?
Yeah.
Spoke about him.
Yeah, he mentioned Bertrand.
I think that's a really good shout from left field. I think that is a good shout.
Well, I mean, we've seen Pep raved about it. We remember the time with Redmond and Bertrand. He's had words with them coming off the pitch. I know he had one with Nathan Redmond and things like that. But I think in the past he's spoken about Bertrand as well, and won't cost much. But he's decent. He's a backup. He can defend.
Yeah.
Carl?
Yeah, for me, I mean, if we can't get Koulibaly, I would bet.
This is the question we've been asked.
Ake, of course. Ake can play left back too. And I'll get this guy from Atletico called Jose Jimenez. He's 25. He's really good. That would be the option, because he's a proper defender. No messing about. Proper, rugged, old school defender who can defend aggressively and is a leader at the back. I would get him. He was part of the team that shut out Liverpool in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
Player, yeah.
Will they get rid of him?
No, it's too expensive. It'd be expensive.
That's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? City are not going to. Certainly, when they've got Zinchenko and Mendy. Now they've got Cancelo can play there. So let's say 3. They might get rid of one of them, which might be Zinchenko. But they're not going to be spending 80 million, 100 million on a left back. Not if they're going in for Koulibaly and Ake.
There is a guy, Robin Gosens at Atalanta. He plays left back. He's older, so he may be cheaper.
Yeah.
A year or year and a half left on his contract.
They've had a brilliant season, Atalanta, this year. Really season. I mean, there's still the talks of Tagliafico that we mentioned the other night on the Friday Night Social. Good player, very good player, very technical. And I think it amazes me because we buy these left backs and we buy the likes of Mendy, who we think is great defensively and going forward. He's turned out to be great going forward, but he's okay defensively. It's so hard to get one that is so good at both. I mean, we've seen Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson is superb going forward and good coming back. He's a good defender. There are not many of them around. Chilwell has his games where he's very, very good, very impressive, but then you see him in other games and he's terrible, absolutely terrible. Very hard to get like a fullback that is so good going forward and very good coming back. And in a Pep team, I think you need to be quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Might not be in a game against Norwich, like today with Cancelo. You might not necessarily have to come back all that much. You play in the Champions League or the highest level, you're going to have to be quick. Because so these top teams have pretty quick wingers and very speedy players. And that's why I think, for me, Kyle Walker is the best fullback in the Premier League. Up there with Andy Robertson. I'll give Andy Robertson his due. He is a very, very good left back. But for me, Walker is superb, absolutely superb in that position.
And I was watching again. I just cannot. I was watching with my missus, and when that move happened, I turned to her. I said, "How fast is this dude? I mean, what does he eat for breakfast? Did he have his Wheaties? What the hell did he eat for breakfast?"
Well, there was always the argument, wasn't there, between Sterling, Sane, and Walker. And Sterling and Sane always said that they were quick. Sane always said that he's the quickest one at the club. And Kyle Walker was very quiet about it and just went, no chance. Good to see, 100-meter between those three, because Walker is seriously quick.
Well, the way Walker runs, Andy, so if you watch, of course you watch Usain Bolt, right? I'm not saying he's that quick, but Usain Bolt has a very slow takeoff, right? When it gets the 50-meter mark in the 100-meter race, it just powers over. It's like Kyle's initial inertia is pretty slow. Yeah. When he gets going, he just goes.
Yeah. I mean, even the short spurts we saw today in today's game. I mean, he played those 1-2s, and he was 5 yards. Martin's on. He was 5 yards before the defender pushed the ball past him. Defender saw what he was doing. Yeah. Chance. Walker was gone past him into the box before he even had a chance to realise what was going on. He's that quick.
So think about the Madrid game. Let's say it's what's that guy's name? A left back from Real Madrid. What's his name? The fluffy hair guy.
Marcelo.
No, Marcelo. Right? Imagine Marcelo against Walker.
No chance. Right? No chance.
Play for Mendy, who's the other left back, but even quick.
Very. Walker, for me, is one of the fastest I've seen. He's absolutely phenomenal.
Jeez.
He's just pace to burn. Chris, you were saying?
I can't remember what I was going to say. Blue Art's making me laugh with his comments.
Oh, is he? All right. Yeah. Maybe I need to just jump to the comments before I bring Martin in. We see Martin there, but I think is he doing his hair? I'm not sure. He's putting his makeup on, or he's getting his missus to put his makeup on for him before he's trying some glow so that it looks like he's got a tan while he's been out in Tenerife. He's laughing. We can see him. Look at him. Look at him. We can say whatever we like because he's not on. Look at him. Oh, you can't even see what he's doing to us. Let's go back. What's Hart saying here? One before we go. There we go. Was that Blue Heart? I think Martin was naked doing his review of the 5-0 today. It was worrying as I thought he was going to do his impersonation of Jake the Beck. Sorry, mate. It wasn't long enough for that type of thing. So don't worry about that. Oh, my God. What a weird comment. De Bruyne makes me horny.
I can relate to that.
I can relate.
HUI, that's no problem whatsoever.
I can relate.
Even Walker's shadow struggles to keep up. Free Martin, sorry, I meant Free Willy. Small Willy, I mean Free Willy, you mean. Okay, I get it. After the Madrid game, can we swap the Mendes around? Let's not. I like Ben Mendy, I must admit. He's bloody better crosser than Cancelo, but Cancelo did well today. The left back at Bayern, quickest I've ever seen.
He's quick. He's quick.
He's quick. David.
Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a quick player. Kiam says, if City were a 400-metre sprint relay team, then great, but we are a football team. That's where Walker falls down. Oh, bugger off you. Blew out so fast, if he goes past you, you're in danger of getting sucked off the platform. Sean, Walker was fantastic today. Right, should we bring him in? He's done his hair. He's done his makeup. Here he comes. Are you ready? Here he comes. Big entrance 4. Here he comes. Let's count him in. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there he is. There he is. How you doing?
Have you all quite finished?
What's that?
Have you all quite finished?
Are you back home now?
No, I'm a buggerer.
All right. I thought you'd been away in Alaska or somewhere like that. I thought you'd been in Tenerife. Where's your tan?
I've got a tan, you cheeky sod.
That's we've just seen your missus putting on your bit of, foundation and everything else.
You know exactly what I was just doing there.
You turned to the left there, and we saw the big white lines behind your ear. Turn to the left. Turn to the left. No, the left, not the right. There, look, white lines behind there. Look, you can see them.
They're called tan lines.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
By the way, I was not naked on that fan cam earlier.
I bet he was.
I was not.
I bet he was.
I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, but I was not naked.
How you doing? Look at the camera, mate. Look at the camera. Don't look over there. There you go.
Where is my camera on there? All right.
That's it. We see you now.
I'm not doing bad in my Yorkshire. It's a bit warm.
A bit warm. You've not been on the pink cocktails again tonight, have you?
I've been on what was it called? Banana Grenada or something I was on earlier.
And what was she like?
She had a right cracking pear, I tell you.
You had pear
banana.
Hey?
Well, it was a banana with a great pear.
Well, listen, we've had some questions before you came on. It was sort of, can City win the Champions League?
It depends. Now it's one leg. Yeah, we've got a better chance.
Well, we've got to get through the Real Madrid game first.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that Laporte and Garcia partnership I actually didn't feel confident with that partnership today. I really didn't, looking at it.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
It worried me a little bit because Laporte didn't look his normal confident self. I don't know whether that was because of Garcia or what. I don't know. They just didn't. I mean, Norwich got in way too easy too many times, and Edison saved our ass 3 or 4 times today with one-on-ones.
Well, there was certainly 2 brilliant saves. I mean, really good saves from it.
I did hear you at the beginning. I can confirm there was no guard of honour or anything at the beginning, which was a bit sad.
Yeah. There was another question, which was centre back.
I am not gay.
Huh? What was that?
Just if anyone asks whether I'm gay or not, I'm not.
Where's that come from?
I'll tell you in a bit.
All right, okay.
The eyeline. Whoa, with the eyeline. That's tan.
Maybe his missus went overboard with the makeup. We've got Kiam on. You might see some of the things changing around. Kiam's on. He's playing around with some of the graphics and things like that. So if things move out and whatever, don't worry. It's just Yeah, I'm playing around with it.
Well, I can confirm I'm going to have plenty of time to play around with graphics. So I've got 2 weeks to sit on my rear end.
Yeah, well, it looks like it. That's the danger if you go away. But at least you can do some stuff for Man City Fan TV, which is good. You'll see a lot of Martin over the next 2 weeks, that's for certain. We were asked a question about centre backs. Now, the rumour tonight, and these are just rumours, that City have offered 70 million euros for Koulibaly. We were talking before saying it wouldn't surprise us in the morning if De Laurentiis comes back with we want 78 million, that type of thing. So let's put Koulibaly to one side. We talked about Ake. Left back. Somebody asked about left back. Do we need one? And if we do, who would you be going for?
We need a backup left back. We don't need a first team left back.
We talked about Ake as well. Carl was mentioning about Ake can play left back.
I'm not overly keen on Ake. You know my feelings on Ake, and I've nothing against him. But I watched that Newcastle game, and when Dwight Gale gave him the run around, then I'm a little bit worried.
But then I watched Ake 3 times at the Etihad live, and he was one of the best on the pitch.
Yeah.
I think it's a good price. It's a very good price for homegrown. That's the key thing here, because we're going to be losing a couple of homegrown players by the looks of things.
Yeah.
So Nathan Ake at 30, 35 million, it's quite good business. It is quite good business. So got to remember, he's not going to be the first teamer, is he? He's not going to be the main man coming in.
What I'm going to do before we go on to these, you guys have a quick chat for 1 second. I'm going to get a pen and paper because we're going to go through the player rating. So I want to write everybody's down. So give me a second.
What did you sing at karaoke, Mark?
I didn't do karaoke, mate. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
You bottled it.
After I came off the phone with you, I did not do karaoke in the end. Let's go through what the comments.
So I did watch. I was watching Koulibaly's game yesterday, Napoli versus some of the team, and he literally played the other team 4 times offside. If you watch the game, 4 goals were offside based on his.
Yeah.
He's really good. Guy's really good, and no stress. Doesn't muck around. Just plays the game. Defends with confidence. You know how Van Dijk defends with effortless movement. Yeah. This guy is like that, man. I'm telling you. If we get this guy, if we get him, it will be a significant addition to our back line.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate.
Is he going to be happy? Sorry, is he going to be happy with not being first choice centre back?
Koulibaly?
Oh no, I thought you meant Ake. No, sorry,
Koulibaly.
City have more chance of winning the Premier League than Martin getting home from Spain.
Can I just say? No, I'll just say there is a meeting tomorrow morning to get an air bridge organised.
Not going to change anything, mate. You'll be.
There is a meeting tomorrow morning, and the rumours are this evening there will be an air bridge in place by Tuesday.
Okay. Sorry, I'm using this stream to test some new overlays and graphics. Kiam's on, so he's just playing around with bits and pieces. So if you see anything...
Be able to make Chris look better looking.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it, mate? That's harsh, isn't it?
Sorry, I had to.
Maybe you can help me get rid of my patch right here.
Cal says, Martin, how is the missus?
I know, I'm just reading it. You can't sign people out on here. What's going on?
Blue Heart says, we don't need a left back, but we need to get Zinchenko back into his natural position or let him go. Then we need better competition at left back. Okay, round the room. Blue Heart's question. Zinchenko, go or stay? Chris?
Go. Please go.
Carl?
Go. We need the money. And go for me, yeah.
Martin?
I want him to stay and sign a 5-year contract. I think he's amazing. No, I want him to go. Not that I've got nothing against him. Thank you for your loyalty. I'll give him that. He turned down Wolves, which is he'd be guaranteed first team football. But no, it's not fair on the lad.
Yeah, I think he's going to struggle. I think he's going to struggle next season, if I'm being honest. So for me, if we can put him into a swap deal or something like that, I think it'd be a good move for him. Give the guy regular game time. He deserves it because he's been loyal to City and he stayed and fought for his place. He had a very, very good season when we won the league. So don't forget that.
I tell you what, he may, Leeds United may need him.
What's that?
Who?
Leeds United may need him. May buy him.
Something like that could be a good move. Something like that.
No, I thought you meant Man United then.
Leeds.
D. Bailey says, would give Napoli Stones and Otamendi for Koulibaly.
Napoli aren't stupid.
Yeah, they want the money.
Is the Stones going to Chelsea? I mean, I've heard the rumor.
I don't know. I doubt it. I'll be honest with you. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Says, hey, where is my mention for being Premier League prediction champion? If you know, you know, proven knowledge.
Can I just say on that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He got very lucky. He got very lucky because he got an early lead because Ryan didn't put my early predictions in. If you remember, a few months back, I had predictions that were due to go in and didn't get put in. So he got lucky. Never mind you crying and your little violins.
It's such a bitter. Well done for winning the predictions league, mate. Well, buddy.
What did he win? What does he win?
I don't know. I don't run it. Ryan runs it. I think they love him, but his time is up. City should go to a mid-table team. He should go to a mid-table team somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, that is harsh.
Do you like the song "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John? If
it had been another couple of hours, I wouldn't have been standing.
Me. We need let man go.
No, let's ignore that.
We're going there right now.
We're ignoring that one.
We'll maybe deal with that very shortly. Martin, very bitter. Lemon.
Right, lemon.
Did he not get eaten by an orca?
Says Braff should replace Mahrez. A bit harsh.
Stop it.
Senior says you want a £1 book voucher. There you go. Kiam says I win the title of most knowledgeable Man City Fan TV contributor. My God.
Bull, you know what?
I think the reason why Man City lose to Arsenal is the player is very selfish and won't pass the ball and then miss.
What players? What players are very selfish?
I don't. I think Martin has got cocktail poisoning, so don't bend over.
I am sober as a judge, mate.
I agree. Braff should replace Mahrez. Oh, I don't know about that. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the player ratings. So the lineup then today, starting off, was Ederson in net, Walker at right back. We had Laporte and Garcia as our centre backs. Rodri started as our holding midfielder with Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva. Sterling actually started on the right, but he did switch across. Phil Foden was on the left, and Gabby was up front. We did have a couple of subs. Come on. We had Mahrez. We had Gundogan. Somebody remind me who else came on? Bernardo and Fernandinho. Yeah. I'm trying to think of there were 3 subs at once, weren't they? And then one of the so we've got Fern. Yeah. Right, okay, so Ederson out. And guys, please give us your player ratings out of 10. You can have 0.5s, you can't have 0.7s and things like that. So please don't give us that. Ederson, Chris, give us your rating.
7.5. Sorry, Andy, a 7.5 for Ederson. Had a good game. When he was called upon, he did his job, but he had a fairly quiet game again. Okay,
so Ederson, a 7.5. Carl?
I'll give him an 8. Golden Glove winner. I'm glad he got away with that offside from the Norwich player, but I'll give him
Fernandez. Yeah, because I must admit, I called it on the watch along. I thought he was a bit poor getting down late for that shot.
Yeah.
I thought he should save that, but thankfully he was offside. Martin?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I was giving Ederson a 9
Okay.
because what you want from a goalkeeper is to do your job, and he did his job.
2 great saves. 2 very good saves. On the channel, we've got Colin Pollock gives Ederson a 7.5. Tim Randall gives Kyle Walker a 10, and we're talking about Ederson. Sean Fogarty gives him an 8. SGA Football gives Ederson an 8. James Short gives him an 8. Tim Randall, Ederson 8, 2 great saves. Ray Firmly also gives Ederson 8. Abdallah gives him an 8 as well. Bolang 9, Golden Glove. Lankow says 8, made some good saves, preserves the Golden Glove. Well, 8.5. So I think the overall score is going to be an 8 for Ederson. So Ederson on the channel tonight, Golden Glove winner, 2 great saves. Ederson gets an 8, but other than that, didn't have much to do. And then, to be fair, should have saved that first one. Luckily, it was offside. Moving over to Kyle Walker then. Chris, what about Walker?
Well, Kyle was my man of the match up to 60 minutes of the game gone. So I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he had a brilliant game today.
Okay, Kyle Walker 9. Chris, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8.5. I thought he was brilliant today. I keep scratching my head on how quick he is. Dude, incredible.
Martin?
8.5.
8.5. Before I give my score, let's see what some have got on here. We've got Kyle Walker. We've got Tim Randall giving him a 10.
Oh.
Colin Pollock gives him an 8.5. Ray Firmly gives him a 9. Abdallah gives Kyle an 8. We know, Kian, my scale for Walker only goes to an 8 as I hide behind the sofa when he gets the ball. 7.5 for me. Go away. AK Me gives him an 8. Jason Lyons gives him a 9. Nice dog, mate, by the way. Gonna get a 9 from me. I'll give him a 9 because I gave Kyle Walker for me my man of the match. Well, joint man of the match, but you might guess who that other person might be. Well, looking at that, he's going to get 8.5. I see JSGA then's just come on with a 9. That might have swung it, but we'll have to stick with an 8.5. On your ratings, I thought Walker was superb today, absolutely brilliant. On to Cancelo then, Chris.
An 8, another steady performance. Maybe his crossing can be worked upon a bit, but he's not a left footer. But yeah, good game again from Cancelo, improving.
But the crosses are on his right, not on his left. That's the thing.
He'll get better.
Let's work on his right foot. He's a right foot. Yeah, no, but he did have a decent game today. I'll give you that. Cancelo of an 8 from Chris. Carl?
Yeah, 8. I agree with Chris. 8.
Martin?
7. He hasn't got a left foot. Sorry. He hasn't got a left foot.
He's got no left foot. We saw that by the way that he could have crossed it on his left and played it with the outside of his foot, which went over the bar. But I thought technically he was very good today. I thought his passing, his movement, he was always available. Always for 1-2s. I thought he had a decent game today. Jason Lyons says, my dog is called David Silva. Good on you. Jamie Short says 7.5. Lankow 7.5. I'd like to see Cancelo with the crossing of Mendy, wouldn't we all? Cancelo 7. Crosses were ropey. Jason Lyons gives him an 8. Cancelo 7.5 definitely should be our pick for real. Blue Heart an improving 8 for Cancelo. We know what's coming up. Cancelo is no left back, a 6. Yeah. Phil Mianus at 5.5. I think that's a bit harsh.
Hey, Andy, that Phil Mianus said we needed to replace Edison earlier.
Did he? All right. Well, there you go. Oh no, he's come back with a Miro. Oh no, Miro Stenroof gives him an 8. Phil Mianus, Phil me. Oh, I know what it is. There you go. Let's block the user. We know what it is. Phil me. That's what it is. So he's gone. Good try. Got it past first time, but then I caught it second.
Am I lost, or have I not got that?
No, I just got it. That. I just got it then. Okay.
Chris, did you get that?
Yes, Martin.
I gave him 7. So overall, looking on here, probably go in the middle. Give Cancelo a 7.5. I thought he was good today. His team was garbage, but I thought his interplay with Silva and Foden, I thought was very good. Right, this is going to be interesting now. Not often will you see scores like this, in my opinion. But Aymeric Laporte, Chris.
I thought he was comfortably our worst player on the pitch today. 5.5.
You've knocked him down half a point from the starting, which normally we do is 6.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7.
7.
I think he was protecting Garcia. I really think he was. He seemed more comfortable on the ball. He seemed like a better player. I think he was protecting Garcia. Didn't want him to get overrun, but I'll give him a 7.
Okay, a 7 for Carl. Martin?
Sorry for laughing. I just got it.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Calling Martin.
I had to text him, Andy.
Oh, you're joking. Oh,
I had to text him.
Yeah, I didn't get it at all. Sorry.
Oh,
right, anyway.
God.
I've been in the sun too long.
Well, there you go. Phil Mianus is just trying to widen the circle of his friends.
Stop it.
He's chosen you, Martin, as his mate.
Right, Laporte, I'm giving a 6.5 to. It reminded me of the Laporte from the Tottenham game in the Champions League.
A 6.5 was that?
Yeah, it was very much like the Laporte against Tottenham.
I thought we were doing Garcia.
Oh, was it Garcia?
No, we're not. We're doing Laporte.
Oh, Laporte.
No, this is Laporte. Why? What would? Oh, you said 5 points for Laporte.
No, for Laporte, 6.5 for Laporte.
Okay, so you give him a
The
6.
good man keeping up, innit?
Carl gave him a 7. You're giving him a 6.5. Sean Fogarty gives him a 5. Jason Lyons, you must be joking, a 10. Ray Fernley gives him a 6. Jamie Short, 6.5. Laporte, 7 from Colin Pollitt. Abdallah gives him a 6. Tim Randall says, not been great the past few games. It's a shame. 6.5. It is when we're coming into the Madrid game. AEK Me says 7. Ian says Laporte has the Keystone Cops around him, to be fair. Average 6. It's pretty fair. Pretty fair point there. Elite Walker Prime gives him a 7. It's missing a bit today, 6.5. I'm going with that as well, Blue Heart. I'm going for a 6.5, and that's what I think the overall score we're going to give him. Laporte today was a 6.5. I don't think it was his best game I've seen him, but I'm sure he'd be brilliant back against Madrid. That leaves us on to our next one, which is Eric Garcia. Chris, Eric Garcia.
5.5, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris
I
is
thought we
going.
were doing Gabby Jesus.
Chris is going for a 5.5. Carl.
Yeah, I tend to agree. 5.5.
Okay, Martin.
5.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 from me today. I didn't think he was great at all. Which is a shame. I know he's only a young kid, but Colin Pollock gives Garcia a 6. Jason is 4.5. Elite Walker a 6. Abdallah gives him a 6. Tim says 5.5. A lot to learn. Yeah, I agree with that. Ray Fernley a 5. Kiam says we need to find Garcia's agent and tell him to speak to Barcelona quick whilst we still can.
He's in a right negative mood tonight, isn't he?
What a game. Garcia very quiet. Looks like he's thinking about Barca. 6.5. Okay, well, I gave him 5.5. So I thought he was a bit poor today, if I'm being honest. He didn't do anything majorly wrong, but I mean, just the fact that he's losing balls in the midfield area. We should try and load into Leeds, says James Short. It's a good shout. Yeah, very good shout. Maybe.
What a good shout. The shorter centre backs. Can't loan any more.
Well, we can do if we don't get rid of. We've not got rid of Stones and Otamendi yet. Remember that.
They're not going to go on freeze.
If we're bringing, yeah, exactly. So if we're bringing in Koulibaly and Aki, we've got Stones and Otamendi. Maybe Garcia is the one who's going to be on his way.
They're gone. I think they're gone. I mean, the fact that they didn't play today.
I think we'll wait. And see. I'll be honest with you.
Andy, so do you want to? Genuine question: do you think City would get rid of Stones and Otamendi on a free and take up or lose the chance of getting any kind of money?
Both of them. Do I think
any of them?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do. Yeah, I think one of them. Yeah, I do.
Which one? If you had to choose one, which one?
Probably Otamendi. Go on a free.
I tend to agree with that because I think Stones is worth more money.
I think Stones we might get 30 million for, but I think Otamendi, I think they'd be perfectly happy if he's happy, and it might be about him. He might not be happy.
Apparently Pellegrini's in it better than
Yeah. Maybe the Pellegrini rumours are around, but if he's happy to stick around to a year and he plays the League Cup games and he's around in case, but I think one of them we need to get money for, and I think we're going to get money. It's going to be for Stones. It's not going to be for Otamendi. We might get, what City like with selling players. We might get 10 million for Otamendi.
And a bag of peanuts for Stones.
Yeah, I mean, it's peanuts, isn't it? At the end of the day. But I mean, we know we probably get 25 to 30 million for Stones, especially if a Premier League club comes in for him. So I think they'd probably go for the money. And if Otamendi thinks, I'm on big wages here, I'm not going to get the wages at another club. And let's face it, not many clubs are going to pay.
Yeah.
All right, he can go on a free, can't he? But he could go now for 10, 15 million, and he's not going to get the wages at another club that City are paying him. He's not. So he could stay for a year and refuse to go. And it's a big signing on fee next year from a club, and that makes up everything. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get rid of Stones and keep Otamendi. And Garcia, if Barcelona are so interested in him, City just go, right, give us 25 million.
Yeah.
And get rid of him. If Garcia is adamant he wants to go to Barcelona, City have got no say in it. They just have to get the price for him. It's all down to the kid. He's a great young kid, but it all depends on what he wants to do. The City have got no say in it. They really haven't.
They haven't.
Unless they offer him 250 grand a week, which they're not going to do. So City have got no say in the matter. It's just the way it is. Right, on to Rodri. Chris?
He only played 45 minutes, so I'm going to give him a 7. Steady game.
I thought he had I personally thought he had a very good game. Albeit he only played a half. Carl?
He's getting better and better and better, Andy. He's getting better. I'll give him 7.5. He's just quiet, does his business, no drama. He's getting quicker and better.
Yeah, I thought tackling, keeping the ball, rotating. I thought he was very good in that first half. Martin?
7.5. I really like Rodri. You know my thoughts.
Yeah, I thought he was very good today. See what other people think. Ray gave him a 7. Sean gives him a 6. Jimmy gives him a 7. Abdallah, he gives him a 7 as well. Lang gives him an 8. Colin Pollock gives him a 7.5. I thought he was good today. I must admit, Alan's on. Oh, Alan. Roger gives him a 7. Are you joining us, Alan, or not? Probably not. But anyway,
Past his bedtime.
Rodri, we're going to give him a 7. 6. You can't have 6.8.
Question.
Rodri, sorry.
Question for you. For the position that Rodri plays, isn't 7 like a good performance? I.e., no drama, keeps it ticking, keeps it moving. Yeah. You don't want a 9 and a 4, right? You want to have someone who's 7, 7.5, 7.5, 8, and that keeps it even keel.
Yeah. And plus, what it does is it by being consistent, the other players then trust what you're doing, so they know what you're doing. If you're a 7 every week and a 7, they know. If you're a 9 one week and the next week they're thinking you're a 9 and you're a 4, you know, it's like they can't trust you with passes. It's like, oh, is he good this week or is he not? That's it here. If you're a regular 7 every week consistently, because let's face it, that's what Fernandinho was. Fernandinho was a regular 7.5 to 8 every week. Yeah. That's why he was so good.
Yeah,
it's ultra consistent, and you don't get many players that are ultra consistent.
Yeah,
Silva was probably one of those players. All right, he had the odd bad games here and there, but he's like Kevin De Bruyne, ultra consistent. You can rely on him. And if you've got a central defensive midfielder in Rodri who does that week in, week out, he might be a 9-1 game. He might be a 6.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
you want. That's what you want. You want that. Blue Heart says, oh, sorry, missed that one. Blue Heart said, I agree with Carl. Steady from Rodri. Yeah. Steady Eddie, says Ray firmly. Colin Pollock said, he's no Henderson. That's going to be the common thing now, isn't it? Kiam started that. He's no Henderson, though, is he? So 7.5 for Rodri. On to Kevin De Bruyne, then, Chris. We'll fly through these now. We spent
well, man of the match for me.
Man of the match.
Yeah, 9.5. I'll give him. I thought he had a brilliant game.
He's superb. I mean, he's just superb anyway. And he Carl
9.5. It's just something else. I don't know how anybody can give anyone else the Player of the Year. I just don't. Yeah. I mean, he was almost like look at me today. I mean, passing, moving, shooting, goals, assists. It's just incredible. I mean, people mind.
He was deep. He was in a 10. He was in an 8. He was the right. He was on the left wing. I mean, he was just everywhere today.
He's a complete footballer.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I don't know whether it was the stream I was watching or I was watching. I think I was watching the Sunday Supplement. It might have been on there. I don't know. It was John. I think it was John Cross from the Mirror on the Sunday Supplement this morning, and I think he said he's possibly the best player in world football.
I agree.
And that he's up there with Messi and Ronaldo. He's up there as the best player in world football right now.
Yeah.
Now that takes something. You name me another player in the Premier League or in Europe that you've put anywhere near in the same breath as Ronaldo or Messi in the last 3-4 years. I mean, there's been some that have been up there, but I'm talking about somebody saying he is the best player in the world right now.
Let's flip it around. Ask this question. Does he get to the Barcelona team? 100%.
He gets in any team in world football. Any team.
First,
if City said Kevin De Bruyne is on the market right now, he don't want to stay here anymore. He's going. He's got 3 years left on his contract. There is not a single team in world football that wouldn't pay the biggest transfer fee in the world to take him right now. It'd be 200 million plus in this market right now, easily. easily, and he would be up in the Ronaldo, Messi 600 grand a week easily.
It's phenomenal. It is
He's
breathtaking.
that good. And he's in his prime, and he's still got another year or so in his prime, another year or two, right at his peak. Phenomenal player, absolutely phenomenal. Martin, looks like Martin's had his makeup reapplied.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi dropped here.
Oh, okay.
Back now. I'm on 4G now.
All right. Has your makeup artist gone now? Look at him, bless him. We're talking about Kevin De Bruyne. What was your score for Kevin?
9.5.
So that's 3 9.5. Right. Let's quickly see what people say so we can move on. We've got Sean Fogarty says an 8. We've got Elite Walker 9.5. We've got Lankow 9. One more assist, and he's at 10. Kiam, that can't be right. That must be a 6.5, surely. Needs a decent Andy Morial.
Yeah, but he's thrown in a negative comment behind it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just, you know what he's like. 9.5, amazing, but not quite Henderson level.
Kevin De Henderson.
Just for the way he took that goal, 9.5. KDB's shown how wrong the writers were. Absolutely. Absolutely. I give him a 10. Martin spray tan's fading. Alan gives it a 10. Jason Lyons gives who you giving a 10? Is spray tan person or Kevin De Bruyne? Right, Kevin De Bruyne, he gets a 9.5. Absolutely phenomenal performance today. And I'd have to say, because I can only imagine, for most people, he was man of the match. JSGA football, he gave him a 9. So yeah, there you go. So we're moving on to Raheem Sterling. Oh, we're going to move on to David Silva.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Kept it in. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Did you have a moment? Did you have a moment?
I've had my 2 hours after the game. Don't worry. I'm all teared out. Come on, Chris.
Give David an 8. He had a good game. I think he had more shots today than I've ever seen him in any match. But he had a good game. We should give him a 10, really. But be realistic, I'll give him an 8.
Okay, Cal.
I'm going to give him a 10 for 10 years. For 10 years. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. That's all I can say.
Do I give a score with my head or do I give it with my heart?
Whatever you want.
I'm going to say 7.5. Because, like Chris said, he was shooting more.
Okay, we've removed him. 7.5. I mean, I'm not having that one. He's not going out of here. I don't know who he thinks he is. Coming on here giving David Silva in his last game a 7.5. Don't get your spray tan started out.
It's producer's privilege.
Disgraceful. Kiam says David Silva never rated him a 3. We'll bring you back on. We're only kidding, buddy. 10 because it's David. Lankow says Kevin De Bruyne is the spray tan person. That's how good he is. Can put in a world-class performance on the pitch, then make his was to Mallorca in the same afternoon. David, not his best game, but added a few points for the man he is. Martin, I don't know whether he's back or he's not, but anyway, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care whether you gave him a 6 or 7. Whatever you want to give him, I don't care because I rule. I'm man of the match. He gets an 11 from me. David Silva, man of the match. He gets an 11. I don't care what anyone says now. I thought he was decent today. Moved the ball around. I'd probably give him a 7.5 or something like that. But wonderful player. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to do my own David Silva thing in the future. Matteo's dad get a 10 from me as a legend with that at least season left in him. Sign him up again. Yeah, I wish we could. I really do wish. 10, last game in the Prem, going to be missed so much. He is. Absolutely. On to Raheem Sterling. Chris. Oh, is Martin back? Is he finally back? Is he back? Are you back or you know? Mate, you might.
No, I'm back. It's really awkward, this on your phone.
Right. Well, okay.
I need my laptop.
Chris.
Andy, I thought Raz had a really, really good game.
Brilliant.
Going to give him a 9. He's coming back into form at the right time for us. I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah, he was super. I thought he was brilliant today. Really, really good game. And he was right up there with me for my whole match. But Carl?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. 9. He was really good today. Good movement, left, right, central. It's all you want.
Every time he got the ball, he looked like he was going to do something with it today. I mean, that England, Martin.
Sorry, go on. I was reading the comments as you were talking.
Don't read the comments. Keep up with the vlog. We're talking about I said Chris gave him a 9, Carl gave him a 9, and I said he was everywhere today. Every touch he got looked like he was going to do something with it. He was dangerous, and that bodes well for England going into next year.
He actually looks the old Sterling now, doesn't he? Yeah. He looks like he's come out of lockdown, fresh, rejuvenated, and he's wanting it. And yeah, I think I agree with them. Give him a 9.
Yeah. There's no surprise. I have to bring in this in for a little bit of balance because you know what he's like. Bring it up. Kiam says Sterling's finishing for his decision making not good enough for me. 7.5.
Now you know why he's not on camera, folks.
No. Raz did it tough. He's hungry for more, so has to be a 9. Simon Aldor gives him a 9. AK Me gives him an 8.5. Tim Raza gets a 9. Great finish. Mal says, still want to see Sterling purely on the right. Which, yeah, I think we've all said on here. Lankow 9 for Raz, one of his best City games. Yeah, I think Raz gets 9. Very, very good today. I thought he was superb. Every time he got the ball, looked like he wanted to do something with it. Not messing about with it. He looked like he really, really wanted to collect, commit players. Just see who's. There you go. Let's go. On to Gabby. Chris.
Yeah, Gabby worked hard again, got a goal. A couple of bits of play there was a bit disappointed in him. But overall, I'll give him a 7.
Okay, Carl.
Yep, 7 for me too. Same with Chris.
Martin.
This was the hardest one, this. I didn't think he had a great game. He's not a striker. He works hard all day long, puts sweat on the shirt, but he's not a striker. Sorry, he's not. I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay, 7. I thought he had some brilliant touches today. He worked really hard. He's not great in front of goal. He's not clinical. But I thought, I mean, he does so much for the team. But I guess sometimes you're judging him as a striker, aren't you? And the problem being is that at Man City, we've got Sergio Aguero. And there's some of those crosses that went in today from David Silva, from Raheem Sterling made one of them, which was almost like a pass that Kevin De Bruyne would make. And he just passed it right at the goal and a yard away all the time. Alan's on very quickly. You joined us. Alan, you're on, mate. Are you there?
Yeah. Is he actually dressed?
Good morning.
Shower.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
You're just joining us towards the end of the stream.
I know. I didn't get to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning, so that's why.
It's we're just on Gabby. What were your thoughts on Gabby Jesus?
It works hard. It worked hard yesterday, but like you say, he's not a striker. Martin was having a good wins last night because I don't know if he's told you he was watching the game through my phone. He was watching the game through my phone because he had no TV. He couldn't get a phone. So I had my phone focusing on throwing the stand on my television watching the game. So yeah, Martin was having a good whinge about him last night.
Well, can I just say, Tenerife needs to be disgusted. They had Swansea and Brentford on before they had City and Norwich on out here. What the hell is going on?
That's what you get to go to Tenerife, mate.
Yeah.
Disgraceful. Any shame. They even had Burnley on before us.
What was your score? What was your score, Alan, for Gabby?
Gabby, I give him about a 7. I thought, yes, that's nice. Yes, in good positions, but like you say, he can't finish. Like Mike Shannon used to get all the right positions. Like I said, he could never finish.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Barry Conlon used to as well. Didn't make him a great striker.
We've got Colin Pollitt says Jesus 7, not an out-and-out striker. Lankow, Gabby has to be clinical if we want to win the Champions League. Ray Fernley, Gabby not clinical enough. Tantrum 2K in front of goal isn't clinical enough. He gets to 7.
What a great name.
7. What's that one? Don't know what that is. I'm not going to put that up, please. Right, okay. So Gabby gets a pretty much resounding 7 from everyone, which leaves us on to Stockport Iniesta. Chris?
Give Phil a 7. Only played half the game. Did some nice stuff.
Yeah, he did. I was very impressed with him, I must admit, in the first half.
Yeah.
Val?
Yeah, Phil was neat and tidy. News, no drama. Look energetic, dynamic. Give him a 7.
Martin?
Phil gets a 10 just for being Phil Foden. I love him.
You can't do that because it's Silver Day.
Oh, hang on a minute. You gave David Silver in heaven. So hang on.
Go on. How many?
All right, 8.
Okay.
Bye, Martin.
Alan?
7.5, I thought. He did okay, but nothing more than that.
How rude.
Really? I mean, I thought he was really, really good. Maybe it was what I was.
First start, they all pressed well, and in the small spaces, they all played one-touch football really well. I thought, including him. Yeah. He got a lot of space, but I didn't think the crossing was that good last night for most of the time.
I thought considering he played a lot of the time on the left, then switched towards the end on the right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I thought he gave us a really good option. I thought he was runs were superb.
Yeah, I'm not saying he had a bad game. He did okay. That's all.
I understand that. I'm not saying you are saying that. I'm just saying I was really impressed with his movement on that left wing.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the fact that he's playing left and right, which is not his natural position, and he's getting 7, when David goes and he starts playing central, I think it's just going to take off.
Yeah.
I think it's really going to take off. So, keep your head low, play your games, obey instructions, do what the coach wants, get the respect of your teammates, and then next year, you start playing that free 8 position, he'll take off.
I thought he did okay. Yeah. Ray Fernley gives Phil an 8. Simon gives him a 7. Lankow 6.5, didn't see enough of him, didn't do anything wrong. 8 me with 7. 8, can't wait for him next season, says Jamie. Sorry, done that one. Kiam said Phil was on the fringe, 7. Simon said judging him as a young player, 7. Blue Heart says Phil was on it in the first half, 8 for the effort he made. Colin Pollitt says 7.5, needs to be played right side in the field. Not going to play there though with KDB. Sean Fogarty an 8. Tantrum says he's been great recently, namely against Liverpool. He was fantastic, but today wasn't his greatest game, but he definitely had an impact. It was great to see him play with the rest of the boys. 7 for me. Fair enough. Abdallah an 8. Okay, he is a midfielder 7. Okay, so Foden gets a 7. That's the majority voting on there. Right, we had Gundogan, Bernardo, Fernandinho, all getting 6 games, and Riyad Mahrez. So, anyone? I'm not going to go through.
You should have heard what Martin was saying about Mahrez. He will get in trouble. Go on, Martin. Tell the truth, Martin.
Go on. What was he saying?
Seriously, he was slagging him off all the time he was on the field. He was having a right go. I'll tell you.
Really?
Oh, yes, he was. Yeah, and I was going to stick him for him. I'm thinking, what are you doing, Martin?
Oh, Martin.
No, well, telling lies.
Really? Oh.
Viva la Mahrez.
Viva la Mahrez. Yeah, right. Okay. You weren't saying that.
I'll be honest with you. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I'll say it. I will say it as on Man City Fan TV. Again, Mahrez got a goal, took his goal very well. He had another shot, which for Aaron was absolutely amazing, getting into clearance off the line. Apart from that, did his usual thing. 800 over, cuts in, plays the ball back. Doesn't take a player on, doesn't beat a player. Foden beats a player, Bernardo beats a player. So Sterling and others beat players. Doesn't beat a player. That's the one problem, because he's playing in that right wing position, which it isn't, and it's not.
Correct.
People who just constantly have a go at us. We're not saying that. We're saying that Mahrez is not a right winger. That's the problem with him. And it's not his fault, but he's playing out there. However, he is playing out there. Foden is playing on the left wing, like others are playing in different positions. Like Sterling is on the left wing when he's better on the right. They still do the business. That's the difference. Kiam says, I contributed more than Mahrez and I was out shopping with the missus. Says, Mahrez did well when he came on. He always looks like he's not part of the team. 7. That's one of the biggest problems with Mahrez. I think my battery's running low. But anyway, before my battery dies on me, because it's my charger's in there, I didn't think we're going to be listening on here. But anyway, any comments today? Chris,
I did have a tear in my eyes for Silver.
1 minute, Chris, Mahrez.
I give Mahrez a 7.
If we go Gundogan, Bernardo, Fernando, and don't mention Mahrez, we could be inundated again with racist comments.
Okay. Yeah.
One thing I want to say is every single comment that is coming in at the moment from Algerian fans are being removed. Not even reading them. I am not even reading every comment in from Algerian-based fanboys are being removed. Simple as, you're being blocked from the channel. The disgusting racist comments made towards Carl's video, who just because he didn't mention Mahrez in part of a 2-minute video and he never mentioned the other one, absolutely disgusting. And I have tweeted Riyad Mahrez and Manchester City with evidence those racist comments that were made. Disgusting. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. And every single comment now, you've ruined it for the majority, because all of them are being removed from the channel. I'm not even reading them. I'm not even going to read them out on the channel. Any comments you make on Man City Fan TV are being removed. End of story. So, Chris, Mahrez.
Well, that is very disappointing to hear.
Let's talk about Mahrez, seeing as though everyone comment about Mahrez apparently.
Yeah, he came on. He was really quiet. I agree with you, Andy. He can't beat a man, but when he comes inside off the wing,
get him a charger while you're talking.
Yeah, no. I think when he comes in off the wing, he's a really dangerous player. Like when he took his goal today. And I do agree with Blue out there that he doesn't look part of the team. I don't think he's formed any partnerships with anybody else at the team. So,
formed a partnership with someone. Sorry, I won't mention that one.
I've always said for Mahrez, his best position is an inside right position. All his goals come from that inside right position. None of his goals come out wide, right? So he's a good player, but within our system, it's difficult for him to play out on the wing. It's simple. When he moves to the central inside right position where Kevin plays, he does really, really well. But you just have to adapt. You can't be another Leroy Sané and sulk. And when you don't have your way, you have to adapt. Raheem adapts. Even Guerrero adapts. So
I wouldn't say so.
we're saying just step it up a bit. That's all we're saying. He's a great player. Just needs to adapt.
I wouldn't say he sulks. So I thought Sane sulked more because I think he works harder than Sane. From when I was told, he tracks back a hell of a lot more than Sane ever did. Is he as gifted as Sane? Probably not. He took his. The problem is are we going off stats? This is where stats are a funny thing. You've said it before, Andy. Stats can be very misleading. So if you look at his stats, he's had a phenomenal season. But there's games where he's looked up for it. There's games where he's not looked up for it. It's this. I think there was a stat, wasn't there, where I think it's 90% of games he started in, or 100% of games he started in, we've won them all. So that was a stat they all threw out at us. And yeah, is he a world-class player? Yes, of course he is.
But on that stat, here's a classic one. Did they not throw that stat out that when Zinchenko played, we won every game?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Stats can be very misleading.
Yeah.
Like I said, is he a world-class player? Yes, of course he is. Is he fitting in the City way right now? Possibly not. That's the problem. We're not saying...
Oh, we lost him. We lost him. Yeah.
World class man.
We lost him.
What was that, Chris?
I've never seen Mahrez put in a world class performance. I haven't.
No, but I'm not talking about City. I'm not just talking City, Chris. I'm talking his days at Leicester. When he plays for Algeria, he does do it.
Yeah, Leicester is that. And
when he plays for Algeria, he plays outstandingly well. So he can do it. It's in him. This is my point. He's not in the wrong system at City.
Correct.
I suppose it depends what you call world class. Because Messi and Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne are world class players.
Don't talk over each other because then I can't hear what you're saying. So if one of you speaks and then.
No, I'm just saying.
I think. Sorry, Martin, but your world class is a different level. Level.
When Mahrez won the African Cup of Nations a year or two ago, I was ecstatic. I actually celebrated the fact that a City player, Mahrez, won the Cup of Nations against Sadio Mane of Senegal. I was really happy. They play a 4-4-2. Leicester play a 4-4-2. His role was an inside right, almost like a number 10 for those two teams. At City, he's playing in a 4-4-3 as a right winger, inverting in. It's tough. And he's one-footed. So he always comes back in and cuts back in. There's no outside explosion. He has to adapt or he has to change. He's a good player. He's a good player. Just needs to adapt.
Chris?
Can I say something?
Well, yeah, Leicester didn't play 4-4-2. They played Vardy by himself most of the time and hit teams on the break. And that's what he's really good at.
2-1-1.
He is very good at that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's my point, Chris. He's in the wrong system with us, isn't he? That's where if you put him in the right system, he can be outstanding. He went and won the Premier League Player of the Year doing what he did for Leicester. He can do it. He can do it.
In an eight.
Yeah. Of course, that's what I'm saying. He can do it. The problem is he's got KDB in front of him. And I'm sorry to say this. You know, I have been very pro Mahrez. I like him. But the one thing I will say, he is not better than KDB. I'm sorry. The Algerian fanboys need to realise that. I read this week he's better than KDB and he's better than Mahrez. Sorry, better than Sterling. Sorry, he's not. He's not. He's a great player, but he's not in their league. He isn't. Stats prove that he's not.
Yeah. Alan?
I think he's a good player, but he's not, like I say, world class. He's a good international footballer. He's not playing the same system as Leicester. Let's be honest. He's not playing on the break. Leicester used to have 25, 30% possession and has hit teams on the break, and he was the feeder for Jamie Vardy. That's a fact, right? And that's all he used to do, and he was good at it. But when he's come to City, 95% of teams they play against are sat with 10 behind the ball and they've got to put the teams down, right? So it makes it difficult for not just him, but everybody in the team. You know, you're talking about a one-footed, purely right-footed. Yes, he is, but so Sterling. He's purely right-footed and, you know, hasn't got a left foot. You know, the proof was there again last night when he had that chance when he moved onto his left foot and he slashed it right. He just doesn't have a left foot. But there's plenty of players in that team that are one-footed. David Silva's one-footed. Look how good he is. He's got to learn to adapt to different situations probably better. He has got the talent to do it, I hope. But, you know, I wish the fans probably just get off his back a little bit because he cuts in. Sterling cuts in all the bloody time as well. And I don't see him, only very occasionally go past people. You know,
I agree with that.
I disagree. No, see, I totally disagree.
No, I agree with that. I think the fans are very harsh on him.
No,
yeah,
I disagree. I disagree with the fact that Sterling doesn't go around the outside. He does. He went around the outside of players today 4, 5, 6 times to the byline. These players have got pure pace. One thing Mario got is pace. He's not quick as a winger. He's quick and tricky. Yeah. He's very technically. His first touch, I've always
he's awesome. Yeah,
unbelievable first touch, incredible. And he has got a wand on the left foot, but he don't beat a player. But that I've always said, and this is what they need to understand. These Mahrez fanboys, it's because he's not a right winger. Now, it's not his fault, but he's been given an opportunity to play in that position. Now, he leave and says, I want to leave, or I want to play in an 8 or a 10, or I'm leaving. Now, if you don't want to play in that role, or doing it that well for City, week in, week out in that role, then he needs to leave. Because we know he's a technically brilliant player. But I have to show this. Kiam says, Martin's doing an impression of Mahrez' season on this stream, in and out. JSJA football, says Kiam. I agree. He says, with you. Sterling doesn't have Sane on the other side anymore, so when Sterling beats one person outside one-on-one, Sane isn't there at the back post anymore for Sterling to pass to. USA Blue Moon, those Sterling and Sane back post tap-ins were crucial to us in winning the league. I agree with that thing. We've not seen, because Sterling has been so much on the left, we haven't seen those tap-ins at the back post. And today, I think Gabby should have been on the end of 2 or 3 of those crosses. But what I will want to say is, listen, and this has been, in all honesty here, we have not mentioned Bernardo Silva. We have not spoken about Bernardo Silva tonight. We have not spoken about Gundogan. We have not spoken about Fernandinho. But what we will not have on Man City Fan TV is Brazilians, Germans, and Portuguese fans coming in, slagging us off because we've not got player rating. Gundogan, Fernandinho, and Bernardo. That is the difference with the Algerian fans with Mahrez. Now, we like Mahrez as a technical player. We like him. We just don't think he's the right winger. You need to understand this. Maybe he's their football. Dean said it to me many months ago. Algerians support their hero, Mahrez. They don't understand football. They just don't understand football. It's just he's the pin-up boy. Now, that's fine. We understand that. We do understand that. But what we will not tolerate is race on this. Now, what you're doing is, one, you are putting down an icon of your country and making him look really bad in England. Now, we know Leicester City fan channels were absolutely relieved when Mark left Leicester, and he was your player. He was their player of the season. And I've had numerous messages and emails from Leicester City fan channels saying, thank God he's gone. And he's gone to you because the problem's yours now, because of the Algerian fanboys and the hatred and the disgusting comments that are made on fan channels like Man City Fan TV, like on Leicester channels. What you're doing is you're turning certain fan base against Mahrez, and that's not what we're about. But the fact that we don't mention Mahrez once on a video does not give you the right to make racist abuse and comments on the channel. And like I said, I've tweeted Riyad Mahrez directly and Manchester City and given evidence of some of the comments that were made tonight on this channel. It's absolutely disgusting, and we're not having it. What's going to happen now is every single comment that comes on this channel that has anything to do with Mahrez is being removed. And I'm going to give it maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months. I don't know. I'll decide. Not Martin, not Kian, not Carl, not Chris, not Alan. I will decide because it's my channel. And I run this channel because it's my channel. Martin and Kian contributed on this channel. And I will make the decision. So if you don't like it, email me and make your comment directed at me, not the other presenters on this channel. But I will make the decision, and I will remove every single comment about Riyad Mahrez on this channel until you start behaving yourselves, until you start growing up, and until you stop making racist comments to presenters on this channel. It's that simple. End of story. Because it's okay. So anyway, guys, that's all I want to say tonight. I'm going to leave it because it's late. But Chris, thank you very much for coming on the channel, mate. I know it's a long
No worries,
one.
mate.
All right.
See you soon.
Take care. Carl, thank you very much, mate.
Andy, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You're more than welcome. Martin,
See you next week.
get to bed or don't get your cocktails.
I'll be back next week with my laptop. Don't worry.
You
I
will
think
be.
you can have a week off next week.
Oh,
Are they flying from Spain?
I don't
Yes.
know. I think
Just told you. We
You
might
know-
not even be quarantined yet.
tomorrow morning, Jet2 are going to say we're cancelling our flights like 2 we have from the
They
Canaries.
haven't cancelled. Know your facts. They haven't cancelled.
Yeah. Jet2 rang him up in the middle of the game last night. He had to leave it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, they actually did. I will back him up on that. Jet2 did ring me halfway through the game.
There
He,
you go.
he nearly missed David Silva going off on the pitch because of it.
Alan, sorry, it's a quick one, mate, but enjoy your day. You're
Thank
working.
you, mate. That's work. I was crying last night with David going off. There was a tear. There was a tear.
I had to save mine till after the game. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm sorry I have to say this at the end of this particular video, but like I said, we're not accepting it. We are simply not accepting it. And I don't care how many thumbs down you give this channel. It makes no difference to us. It makes no difference. We're not in this business for making money. That is not what it's about. And if you think that's going to hurt us by giving us a thumbs down, yes, you are so wrong. Because I don't care whether you give us 1,000 thumbs downs. It makes no difference to us. But don't forget, when you give us a thumbs down, it means you're watching the video. Make sure you do that because it's a view. That's all we're interested in. But anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Think long and hard before you start making racist comments because we will report you to YouTube like I have done tonight. For the last 2 hours, I've reported plenty of people for their racist comments. It's not acceptable in this day and age, especially from Algerian fans of all people. Not on. But anyway, take care. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon. And we'll be back tomorrow at some point. Maybe I'll have a chat with Martin. Who knows? Take care. See you soon.
It's news to me. Hang on.
If you're at the airport,